What's up, guys? Today we're coming at you with a Junk Warrior deck profile. So let's jump into the deck profile and let's see what we're coming at you with. We're running 3 of our main monster, Junk Synchron. Junk Synchron, he helps to get all of our plays started. We have many searchers to be able to get to him and be able to get him access. That way we can go into a lot of our good combo plays. We're running 2 Jet Synchron. Jet Synchron is just really good for the deck to be able to make sure that you can use his effect to pitch a card out of the hand to special summon him back out of the graveyard, or if you just normal summon him or get him out with 1-for-1 and to be able to use him as a synchro material, it's going to help you to be able to get that Junk Synchron in hand. That way you can further your plays down the road. We're also running 1 Genax Li Birdman. This card really helps the deck out a lot to be able to be a backup for level 3 tuner. Especially helps with the frog engine really well. Running 1 Recovery because it's also like a secondary glow up bulb. The fact when it's in the graveyard, if your extra deck is 5 cards lower than your opponent's, pay 2,000, special summon it out, you got another tuner on board. Speaking of glow up bulb is one of the best tuners you can get. It's just be able to mill one off the top of the deck, special summon out of the graveyard, get some more synchro summonings from there. We're also running 3 Doppel Warrior. Doppel Warrior really combos well with the deck to be able to get him special summon from hand whenever something's special summoned from out of the graveyard. Also too, whenever he's using a synchro material, to be able to make sure that you can just go off on your opponent with all the tokens that he can make for you, just really good. We're also running 3 Rush Warrior. Rush Warrior really helps the deck in the aspect that when you pitch him for one of your warrior synchro monsters, it can really boost up that attack points to help you do the OTK damage that you really want to do. Also too, if he's in the graveyard, banish him out, get one of your Synchrons back to hand, go some other plays from there. We're also running 3 Swamp Frog. Swamp Frog really helps the deck to open up, to be able to make it so that you can get your link pointers pointing where you want to by going into your Mistar Boy, and helps you get the advantage that you need so you can really open up the deck and make it to really rev up. We're running 3 of our Dupe Frog. Dupe Frog is just going to be able to help us to get to our Swamp Frog when it's destroyed by battle or card effect. Like I said, you want the deck to have as much synergy as you possibly can, so if you get to your swamp, get your swamp going, get those plays going, and get your jump, get them going. That way the deck starts flowing. We're also running 1 Treeborn Frog. Treeborn is just to be able to make sure that you can help to get something special summon out of the graveyard each turn. It's a level 1 monster that can help you either go into your formula or even get those odd levels that you need to be able to make sure you can go into the synchro monsters that you want. And lastly, for the monsters, we're running 2 Rodent Totem. Rodent Totem is just good for eating up them frogs and getting that free special summon. Just be sure that you don't try to use him as a synchro material, because he cannot be used as synchro material, so be sure to watch out for that. But that is it for our monsters. For our spell cards, we're running 1 Starlight Junction. This card is just all around good for helping to, if you don't have the tuner that you want in hand to get your combo plays going the way you want to, this can help you to make sure that you can get the tuner that you need out of your deck. Also too, whenever you get a extra deck monster special summon to your side of the field during your opponent's turn, to be able to get that bounce effect is really good to make sure it throws your opponent off their game plan, and that way you can get a new game plan set up for yourself. We're running 3 Tuning. This is just to be able to make sure we get those Synchron tuners in our hand as soon as we could possibly get them. That way we can get our plays going the way we want them to go. We're running 1 Reinforcement of the Army. This helps to get to our Junk Synchron, to be able to get that Rush Warrior, get to our Doppel Warrior. Whatever warrior monster you need at that time, you play this card, get it to the hand, get them plays. Foolish Burial is just another good combo piece to make sure that we can get the graveyard set up the way we want to, whether it be a frog, whether it be one of the warriors, a synchron monsters, a tuner, whatever we need, we can get it. Playing 1-1-for-1 just to be able to help to get those level 1 monsters out there. Sometimes it's good to be able to get your Swamp Frog out there, special summon, and then pitch a card and be able to get a Rodent Totem, a Treeborn Frog out there. That can help you go into your Mistar Boy and even set up other plays. We're playing 1 Monster Reborn because Monster Reborn is just so good in this deck to be able to use it. Get a free monster out there, go with your plays from there. Soul Charge is also another good card, a good combo piece to be able to almost make whatever plays you want to once your graveyard's set up, and it's just so good, so good. I'm also running 2 Surface. This is just to help with the Frog engine. That way I can, like I said, Foolish Burial one of my Swamp Frogs, use Surface to get it back, use it to bounce, then normal summon it, and that way I get to load up the graveyard the way I want to, and I can start setting up on plays. We're also running 1 Salvage. That way we can also bounce back those cards that we used as link materials or whatever we might have had to use for. Get those cards back to hand, keep plays going. Running 1 Upstart Goblin, just because the deck can be very just draw as much as you can. That's all that matters. Life points don't matter. If you give your opponent 9k, doesn't matter. You're still just gonna knock them out the gate whenever you get your monsters going the way you want to. We're running 2 Scrap Fists because like I said, this is the Junk Warrior build, and we want to make sure we can do as much damage to our opponents as we possibly can. And with 2 of these on hand, we're gonna make sure we get that damage in. And lastly, for the spell cards, we're running 2 Twin Twister, just to make sure that the back row is not a problem, not an issue. It's gonna blow it off, get our graveyard set up with whatever we pitch, good to go from there. And that is it for our main deck. For our extra deck, we're running 1 Stardust Cypher Divine Dragon. I like to run this card in this build because it's going to help to be able to protect cards that might be destroyed by battle or card effect once per turn. And also too, the fact that even when it's in the graveyard, I can use it to banish it out to special summon a level 8 Stardust monster, and that can help me go into some other plays from there too. We're running 1 Stardust Spark Dragon. This is just to help to protect cards. Like I said, I want to set the board up the way I want to. That way when I get to the point where I want to OTK or get the game set up the way I want to, I can do it. And this card right here is going to be able to help me to do that. We're running 1 Stardust Warrior. This is just a good alternative to go into to make sure that even if this card gets destroyed, you're going to be able to special summon your Junk Warrior to the field. And once you set that up, you'll be able to set up other plays. That way you can get that OTK in. Also too, he's very good for the Black Horn of Heaven type of effect. So whenever your opponent special summons a monster that's inherent, hit him right then and there, get it on out the way. We're running 2 Junk Warrior. Like I said, this is a Junk OTK deck. You want to make sure that you can get your opponent in. And like I said, the way the Frog engine works with this, the way you got your Doppel Warriors, you're able to get those tokens out there and able to get monsters out there that can boost him up high enough that he can be a real problem card. We're also running 2 TG Hyper Librarian. This is to help to go into our Stardust Cypher Dragon. This can help us get a lot of draw engine going. This right here can make you draw for days. We're also running 1 Excel Synchron. This is just to help to get the deck to open up, to either go into our Stardust Warrior, to go into our Cypher, and help us get other plays going, even to go into our TG Hyper Librarians. We're running 1 Double Star Shaman. This card, I really like this card a lot. The fact that it can grab out at least 4 level 2 or lower monsters, either from the hand or the graveyard, special summon to the field when he's summoned. The only thing about it is when he's summoned, you just gotta make sure that you're not gonna do anything else but synchro summon. But other than that, he's a very, very good card. We're running 1 of the Crystron monsters. It's just to help us get to our stair ladder to go into our Cypher. To be able to get him on board, once those tokens are out there, it's gonna help you get that second TT Hyper Librarian. That way you can keep going up to plays from there. We're running 1 Formula Synchron. Formula Synchron is just an all-around good card. As soon as you synchro summon, draw that card, keep them plays revving up. We're running 2 Totally Awesome in this deck. Like I said, the Frog engine is a very good engine to have in here. It helps the deck to, as it's setting up to where it wants to be, it can help either be a defense by being able to special summon the dupe frogs out there, so that they're gonna have to hit the dupe frogs. Also too, if they want to activate too many card effects, it's going to be real problematic. Tribute off a frog, get that card, or stop that card, however you want to go about it. But this engine really helps the deck, be able to sustain itself till it gets set up to where it wants to be. We're running 1 Deco Talker because Deco Talker can be very big, very massive. and he also helps to be able to tribute off monsters that he points to be able to make it so that he can, make those targeting cards not be an issue for you. And lastly, for the extra deck, we're running one Mistar Boy because the Frog Engine, it can be buffed up with him and it helps them water monsters out a lot. But that is it for the deck profile, guys. Let us know what you think. We're out.